Hey guys, welcome back to Crosshair Garage, and we are at Silly Tool Review. Well, it's not Tuesday, but it's just a silly tool review. This is, one of those tools that you never knew you wanted because you probably don't. We're going to check this out. Maybe you do want one. I don't know. I might be proven wrong in this review. Probably not, but we'll see. This was sent out to me by Vevor. V-E-V-O-R. It is a 5-ton, it's one of those pneumatic airbag jacks. You guys saw the thumbnail, you know what we're doing. Well, it's heavy as all could be, so, you know. Jesus. So the first thing out of the box is the airbag mechanism for the jack. Blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, we got some stuff to assemble here. We got a handle. You know what? I watched some of the reviews on some of these, and, there were some people complaining that there was no handle on this and that it was just bare metal. Well, there's a handle now, so I guess they're paying attention to the reviews. Now, I will be honest, I bought a lot of stuff from this company, Vevor, and I'm generally pretty happy with the stuff I get. I don't know, I never really thought about one of these as something that I needed or wanted. But, again, I could be proved wrong in this. So let's find out. So we got a couple pieces to the handle. We got some hardware. Yeah, I don't think they sent me any tubing. How am I supposed to hook this thing up with no tubing? Let me dig around. Well, this is going to be a very short-lived review. Let me see what's in the bag. There's no tubing. They forgot to send me tubing. I mean, how am I supposed to deliver air from one area to the next? I mean, let me look at the instructions. Oh, hey, look at this. They didn't send, they did. It's wrapped around the airbag. All right. Oh, okay, because it's already connected down at the bottom. These instructions kind of suck, so I'm just going to have to assemble this. I'm just going to have to go for it. Let's see. So I do know this is a little clickety-clackety thing. It looks like they did make an improvement on the other ones that I saw where it's actually, got this retainer here, I guess you would call it. These are literally the worst instructions I've ever seen. It's one piece of paper and it tells you the main pieces that you have, what they're called. All right, the tracheal, I guess that would be this, the tracheal tube, passes through connecting rod 1 and is fixed onto a bottom plate with 4 nut bolts. What? Okay. What? What's this spring for? What the hell is going on here? Let me see if I can put this together. I'm gonna have to look at pictures on the internet and all that kind of crazy stuff. So far, as far as instructions go, that actually wasn't too terrible bad. I just had to stop and take a look at it, look at the picture. So I took that spring, and I know you can't see it, but I have that spring down here covering the tracheal line that they're calling it, the air line, because there's a lot of bending right here, and it's going to protect it. Then you got this piece mounted here, which is your adjuster, and you can adjust it all the way up. Now, a lot of people were complaining that, oh, well, even in your lowest position, you still have to lift it this high to get it under the car to make it to roll. But, I mean, you can just slide the damn thing. Quit being lazy. So this has I want to say it's 5 3/4 inch height, completely depressed, and it goes up to almost 16 inches. Back here on the back, you put the two handles together. I did not tighten that screw down. I'll get back to that. So your line feeds through here. You got a compression fitting right here that you put on there. Then you have your inlet. You have your release. These are just, honestly, these are really cheap ball valves, I ain't gonna lie. And then you got a pressure relief, in case you go over or you need to pull it down, get it down really quick for some reason, whatever. Anyway, little safety features, you gotta have safety. The only thing left to do is to, well, you know what? Let's throw some air in it while it's sitting right here. What do you think? All right. Let's listen, see if I got any leaks. I mean, that thing came up quick. We'll give it that. So let's drop. It's going to take forever to drop because there's no pressure on it. See about pulling the safety. Yeah, if we pull the pressure relief, it drops a little faster. You know, it comes down a little wonky, but you know, what jack doesn't really? Plus it's stiff, it isn't broken in yet. You know, people complain over the dumbest stuff, but this may actually be decent. I may have my foot in my mouth on this one. So I'm getting ready to take a trip. I'm gonna drive down and pick my mom up because I haven't seen her in like 4 or 5 years. So I've been doing a little maintenance on the old Escape, so let's go ahead and rotate the tires. I'm going to see if I can just lift up the front and the back. I mean, it's a 5-ton jack. The Escape only comes in at like 4,300 pounds total, so let's see. Get a little bit, go up nicely, right on the pinch weld. You do have nice control on this, I'll say that. Alright, so it's not going to do both sides at once. It probably would if I chalked it with something, if I had a piece of wood. Let's try that. I think I just don't have enough height. This should give us a little extra lift. Try her again. Let's give her a shake test. Oh yeah, that's Sketch City, but you know, hey. Now, normally I wouldn't make you watch me do the other side, but we're testing this thing. Something could go wrong. So let's see. Alright guys, so that's my review of the Vevor 5-ton pneumatic air jack. I don't know, I mean, you know, I do like the fact, you know, it takes up very little real estate in my garage. I don't have a lot of real estate to spare. So, you know, I mean, I've got projects on top of projects going on. When did today, guys? Anyway, does it work? Yes. Things I do like about it, obviously it's very small and compact. Seems to work just fine. You know, the few reviews that I saw, they have made some improvements on those versus the one they sent me. They're not terribly priced. By the way, there's a code. I'm gonna pop it on the screen right now. It'll save you like 5% off or something. And they're always running sales anyway. So you can get these things pretty cheap, maybe around 150 bucks. You know, when you get them on sale, plus the 5% off on that code that I just gave you, which will also be in the description, and a link to the product, all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's new to me, and it takes time for new tools to sink in with me. I do see myself using it around the shop here, you know, as an extra set of hands. I like that you can dial it in pretty precise. I'm doing this with my hand, you can't see. You can dial it in pretty precise. So it's going to be nice for, you know, stuff like when I go to drop the engine in this, I can put it underneath the oil pan. It's not going to beat it up. It's got that nice rubber stop on there, and I can, you know, get my engine up a little bit, kind of move it around a little bit, because you're going to have a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of play in that bag versus a hydraulic jack. So that'll be nice for stuff like that. Am I going to use it to change tires? Probably not. In reality, I'm probably not, because dragging out the air hose and everything is kind of a pain in the butt. And generally, I just want, you know, I want to do things, I want to get it done, and I can just drag out my, you know, my regular floor jack for that. But I think it's a good product. You need to decide if it's the right product for you, though. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you go buy it. It's a life changer for you, because I don't think it's going to be a life changer for you. I think it's going to be handy in a lot of situations, especially when you're like me, you're a one-person shop trying to build stuff. I think it's going to be, you know, it'll be a good product, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. My bottom line is, I think it's going to be a good product to have around the shop. I'm going to go to it a lot, I think, in a pinch. Now that I'm thinking more about it and my brain's wrapping around it, I can see myself shoving it, you know, up underneath the transmission, the tail of the transmission, lifting it, you know, stuff like that. I can see a lot of uses for it. I don't necessarily know that my use for it is going to be changing tires. I don't see that being my purpose with it. But I see a lot of uses for it, you know, if I look at it as a jacking implement. Anyway, listen, check Vevor out. If you're interested in it, check them out. They got plenty of, I buy a lot of stuff from them anyway. They sent me this and wanted me to do a review on it, so there, I did a review on it. I don't think it's a terrible product by any means. I think a lot of people who were reviewing it without thinking outside the box on what they could use it for. They were strictly reviewing it as a, you know, can I change tires? Can I lift? You know, I saw one guy try to lift a semi with it, you know, and it blew the pressure relief valve. Of course it did. Come on, it's rated for 5,000 pounds, not 15,000 pounds. But that's, you know, my floor jack is a 3-ton jack, and you know, so I don't know. I don't know what the actual capabilities of either one of them are. But my point is, if you like the product, the instructions suck with it, but I kind of went over, I kind of showed you how I put it together. You can drop any questions to me. I always answer all my comments. You know, if you do decide to buy one, you know, I'll shoot you over some pictures, or I'll tell you what I did and whatnot, this, that, and the other. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Definitely check out my socials. I'm going to run them right through here. Definitely hit the subscribe if you don't mind. Got a 62 Willys we're building right behind me. It's going to be a fun little chop top cruiser. Y'all take care. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.